Hello everyone, it's Eddie the Chump coming back with another video, and the gameplay today is a solo ground war nuclear with the AN94. I want to say something about solo today, a little bit aside from the main topic, so it's kind of a two-part video. The joy of playing solo. So those of you that watch the channel and watch the Hovis stream and have seen me guest stream there and stuff, usually what happens is that we party up in a full 9 and play ground war. But I found that led to me getting bored, and it's no slight on Will. He's a fantastic player. I wish I could play more like him, but I found that playing in a 9-man I found to be a little bit boring. Not because I don't enjoy playing with Will. I love playing Will. I'll still play Modern Warfare 3 with him, and I will play in a 9-man with him if he's grinding out gameplays and stuff like that, because he's a friend of mine. I like to help him out and stuff. But the fact of the matter is that I don't find that actually fun. So the reason why I didn't post on this channel for a long time was because I just wasn't finding COD fun anymore, and you guys know that. I've spoken about it in the previous video. But I found that playing solo, I really do enjoy myself. I can't play during the day, especially in the UK, because the connection for some reason during the day is just absolutely ass. But when I play it later at night, it seems to improve a little bit. I have no idea why that is, but it just seems to be the case. And the gameplays that you'll get on my channel will predominantly be solo gameplays. I just think that's a sort of, as much as a YouTube highlight game can be an indicator of how good someone is, I just feel that for me anyway, solo sort of highlights my skills a bit better. When I play in a party of 9, I tend to, what happens to do that kind of stuff successfully is that you have to be really disciplined, and you have to, quite a lot of the time, you have to take up a part of the map, and sort of just hold that down so that the main slayer can sort of be in the area that he needs to be, which is usually the opponent's home flag, so you can get capture kills and things like that and rack up streaks quicker and points much quicker. So you have to be really disciplined, and what happens is that restriction on what I want to do, because I've always, if you've watched my gameplay for a long time, you'll know the kind of player that I am, that I just I like to flank. It's not quite rushing because I don't run into their spawns quite as much as a natural rusher would, but I do flank quite a lot, and that's difficult for me to have that kind of discipline, and it kind of just gets holding one area down is fine, but if you do it for like 6 hours a day for say like a month or 2 months, which is basically what I did, it can get a bit tiresome. And I went through a phase of getting nuclears well, not every game, but every other game, say, and it was just a bit too, I suppose, a bit too easy. Like the fun of COD for me came out of like going off on my own and flanking and stuff like that. And the reason why I can play Modern Warfare 3 in a full party and still not get bored, one is Specialist, one is the Moab, but two, there's no VSAT in the air, so everyone has to find their own kills, so you can pretty much do what I like to do even though you're in a team. So that's why it works in that game and not this one, because the VSAT changes everything. I actually think that the VSAT is responsible for a lot of the reasons as to why I don't enjoy this game, why I don't find it fun. If you're running solo, I know I'm running solo in this game, it's kind of different because there's not one up all the time, and you're not playing with 8 other decent people or some really exceptional people who are going to chase down every orange triangle and kill them before you can get there. So it's kind of necessary on your own, but when you're playing in a full 9-man, it does break the game, in my opinion. It just totally breaks it. And just for my taste, for my enjoyment, I don't want to think that I'm in any way slighting people who do that, because I'm not. It's just for my taste, I don't actually get any joy out of it. When I first started playing COD, the reason I found it so addictive and I found it so much fun and I played it all the time is because it was just so much fun. And that whole side subject leads into my second point about what I wanted to talk about, which is hyper-competitiveness. Now, I'm not the only person to have noticed this or mention it, but what's happened with the COD scene recently, I mean, since YouTube has, really become a business, is that a lot of things have become hyper competitive between players. And there's an atmosphere, I said in a Twitch chat once, that there was no such thing as a COD community, and to a certain extent I agree, but I disagree as well. The community is just really fractured between, especially, you know, like big gameplay guys have their own fans, and you know, because we're dealing with an audience that is largely on the younger side, you're dealing with fanboyism, you're dealing with a lot of people who won't listen to logic, you're dealing with a lot of people who just don't really know what the real world's like, so you know, it starts flame wars and things like that. So what you're essentially dealing with is this hyper competitive environment for kids, and that's no fun at all. I don't know if you know, you have any similar experiences, but I quite often just you know, I like to be friendly with most people. You know, obviously if someone's camping in their own spawn when they're losing a ground war domination game with a fucking LMG target finder, then I'm probably not going to be very nice to you, because you know, because that's that goes against my taste, whatever. But most of the time I'll try and be nice to you. But the whole environment is so toxic and so hyper, I can't believe I died there, so hyper competitive that it just makes COD not fun. And when people say, where's COD gonna go, where's YouTube gonna go, I think it's fairly limited for the future if that hyper competitiveness remains, and I can't see it disappearing, because you give fairly, you know, young egotistical guys generally, like, their free reign to behave how they want, because there's no oversight, because you're not accountable, because it's on the internet. It just it tends to be quite toxic. So that's just my opinion. So I hope you enjoyed the video. See you later.